Hello world of YouTube. So I have here tabletop fan that stopped spinning. I mean, I know I could spend $25 and replace it or more, but I'm a cheap ass, so I'm gonna try to fix it. Now I've watched a lot of videos on the YouTube that have just shown me to open it, clean it, and oil the bearings and put it back together and it'll work. I tried that. Lasted like 3 days. So I'm unhappy with that. So I've gone ahead and did a little more digging and I'm doing some research. So these are the bearings here. Now I've gone ahead and I've put them in some thinners to get the old grease, oil, etc., etc. out of it. And something that I'm noticing, you can kind of just see some like little yellowy fibrous materials in there. Looks like some maybe like cotton wadding, something to hold on to the oil. And it's pretty well non-existent. So I've gone ahead and opened one up, and this is the other one. And what I've done was I got some cotton balls. Boom, cotton balls. And I've soaked them in some oil. This is for a bicycle. Yes, it's wet lubricant. And I've soaked the cotton ball inside of there. I have literally opened this up and repacked it with some cotton balls, soaked in some oil, and then reassembled. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this other bearing here, and I will be back. Okay, as I suspected, there's this fibrous looking nonsense that surrounds the bearings underneath, kind of like a spring washer, and then the top cap for the bearing. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all this old crap and fill it full of lubricated cotton ball and shove it all back together, and we'll see how it runs. And after I assemble it, I will be back. I'm using a regular pair of whatever type of pliers those are, and then to close the bearings I'm using my trusty whatever those pliers are. So I will do this and I will be back. Unfortunately, I do not have one of them things that holds onto my camera, so yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with the pauses. So I've gone ahead and soaked my cotton ball, non-soaked with the oil, bam, soaked with oil. And then I propose to rip some small pieces off, insert it into here, put the bearing in, put the spring plate on, put the top cap on, squash it all together, and I'm hoping it'll work. That one there is already done, so let's finish this one up and we'll get back. Okay, so I got the bearing all nestled in there with the oil-soaked cotton. One cotton ball was more than enough, so that's like, I don't know, 3 cents, 2 cents. We'll just throw that one in the garbage. That's the remainder from one. Let's assemble this and get her done. So there is a direction. One side is concaved, and whatever that side, put the concave side down. Boom, just like that. Take your cover plate and put it on top. Make sure you don't break those little tabs off. You can see that they're bent open right now, and I'm going to use my trusty channel locks to close them up. I'll be back. So that was like 5 seconds of work, and you can just see how it's green down inside of there. That's the color of the lubricant soaking the cotton. So let's put this bad boy back together and see how it works. One thing I should probably mention is don't forget to remove that before you start work on it. You might electrocute yourself. So I got it back together. It took like 5 seconds. And I'm going to plug this in over here. Bam, just like so. Let's see if this bad boy works. Hey. Well, It's spinning. Nice and quiet. You know what? I think this was the appropriate way to fix it. So I mean, if you guys have any tabletop fans and you're a little handy like I am, you can probably rip these bearings apart, get some of your wife's cotton balls for makeup, soak them in some oil, and repack the bearings, and it should be okay. Thanks for watching, YouTube.